How's it going, everybody? And welcome back. Max here with Catra Hunting. And today, guys, we might be in for a treat here. I'm super excited to hunt this. Went to a few banks yesterday, and I actually got lucky and scored a few rolls of pennies. As you guys know, it is very, very difficult to get pennies in Canada because they're out of circulation, but you can still sometimes talk bank tellers into giving them to you. I got 48 rolls in one branch and a couple in the other, which makes it exactly one box of pennies. And once I had the 48 rolls in my car, I checked them for enders quickly, or just to see and get a feeling of what I got here. And what I found was incredible and a first for me. If I zoom in here, guys, you can clearly see there is a King George V ender, which is incredible. I've never had an ender, King George V ender before. In fact, I only found two George V pennies so far this year, hunting around 50 boxes of pennies. So they're very, very elusive and hard to find, and I'm thrilled to have at least one in this hunt. I'm gonna set up the tripod now and tune you guys back in roll by roll if I find anything exciting. And without further ado, let's start this hunt. Roll number one, and we kick it off with the ender, and look at this, everybody. This is so beautiful. I am almost sad to pull this out of the roll, but I really want to see what's in there. Let's hunt the first roll live on camera and see if the ender has any frienders. Just gotta crack this open here. It's just one of those standard. Oh my god, guys, I already see stuff in there. This might be the best penny roll of my life. As you guys know, I only found two of those King George V coins in total before. So let's see what we got in this roll, guys. This is amazing. Yeah, guys, I can see a few goodies peeking out there straight away. Absolutely amazing, this roll. Let's kick it off in the front. So we have a 1940 KG6 here. Good to start off the hunt. 1937 first year King George V. This looks again like some kind of a collection dump. 38, 51. A lot of Georgettes here. Few Elizabeth as well, but not so many. Another George V here. 39. Oh, there's another one there. 1937. So this is really old stuff. Very, very nice. Here we have actually a pretty shiny young head. 1963 with quite a lot of luster. Definitely a nice one too. And here we go, guys. Do you guys see this? There's three in a row. It's absolutely incredible. Three George V in a row. Look at this, guys. Absolutely amazing. So we have a 32. We have a 34. This is already more George V coins than I found overall. There's another 32. And there's number 4, a 31. 1968 here. Few more George VI. Very shiny bird scent here. So this is definitely a collection dump, no doubt. No doubt. This looks like another KG5. Here we go, 1930. Nothing in the 20s yet. The years you're looking for is really anything between 29 and 22. That's all lower mintage years. We had stuff in the 30s here, but man, I'm not gonna complain finding KG5s in Canadian rolls. There's another one here. Amazing. Wow, this is a 1921. It's a 100-year-old penny. Amazing. Already 6 in the first roll. This is very, very beautiful. 1948, another King George VI here. The whole roll is basically just really good stuff. Here's a 1933. I love the old design. It looks really, really nice. 65. Oh, there's another one. 1936. Another King George. Yeah, they're very hard to find, and I was hoping that at some point I will find a collection dump like this, and I did. And this looks really, really amazing. Wow. 1920. So this is an exactly 100-year-old Canadian penny. Very nice. And then there is another 1921 just behind it. Lots of good stuff here. I'm very, very, very happy with this. It's definitely the best roll of pennies I've ever had, without a doubt, and with miles distance actually. 1932. I had a similar nickel roll before, if you guys remember, where I found a bunch of KG5s. 19. Wow, there's at least 3 or 4 more. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. We have around 15 King George V in this roll. It's a 35, there's a 29, 36, there's a 33. Oh, there's another young head with some luster. I like those two. This one is a 64. And we have another KG5 here, and this one is a 1934, and 1931, 1933, and this is the 1935 ender. Just overall, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 20 King George V pennies in roll number 1. Amazing. I will tune you guys back in for the next rolls. This video is getting too long otherwise. Roll number 8, and so far the rest of the stack was just some normal penny rolls. I was hoping the whole stack is going to be like the first roll, but it wasn't. But I never give up hope. Maybe we find more rolls like this later. But we have another find here. There's another King George VI in roll number 8, and this one is a 1945. Row number 12, and it looks like we have another pretty good one here. I saw a few Georges peeking out here, so let's check together. Here's the first one here. This one is a 1939, another 30s King George VI. Oh, there's another George. Oh, it's a 38. Okay, another good year for King George coins for sure. Oh, and we have the 1937 too. So it's like the whole pack of the 30s King George pennies in one roll. Amazing. Bunch of American in there. Oh, there's another 38. Amazing. It's another Georgie here, and it's a 39. That's so funny that they're all from the 30s. And there's one that even has a tiny bit of luster. That's very nice. It's a bit shiny, this one. And that's also a 1938. 1945, 38 here. This is again one of those rolls with a bunch of coinage from the 30s and 40s. Another 39, another 39. Very, very nice. No King George V here so far, but a lot of 30s Georges and a lot of American modern coinage. Weird mix. Another 38 here. Let's finish this roll together, just why not. It's another 38, another 39, and another 38 over here. So we have a total of maybe 15 King George in this roll, so another great one. Roll number 28, and I already accepted that this King George V roll was a one-off, but it seems like we have another similar roll here. Absolutely outstanding. It might be not as crazy, but we start here with a 1938 King George VI ender, which is very, very nice. And I see everything else here is at least from the 50s or earlier, so I have like justified hope to find something. There's another 1939. There's another couple of 37s and 38s, so a lot of those 30s again. And I think, oh yep, here the next coin, guys, we have another one. This is a King George V, and this one is a 1920. The second 1920 of this hunt, another 100-year-old penny, absolutely amazing. And then there's a 47, a 46, bunch of common George and a little bit years here. There's another King George. This one is a 1952, so it's a good mix here. Only one King George V so far. We have another George head here. 51, 41. Oh, and there we have another one. There is another George V in the box, and this one is a 1935. Absolutely awesome. 1935 King George V. Oh, and there's another one just here. This one is a 1929. So many of them, it's beautiful. A 39 George head, a 40. We have all kinds of goodies in this roll. I'm just gonna skip through and see if we have any other King George V, but I think that's it in this roll. Yes. Awesome, guys. Another 3 more. This is roll number 37, and this looks like another one like the 2 very good rolls we already had. I'm super excited. For some reason they're spread out across the bundles and everything else is just regular looking penny rolls. But this definitely looks like collection dump material here for sure. I see at least one King George V peeking out, so that's why I tuned you guys in. And as you guys can see, I find like a lot of George heads in here. Look, we have like 2 more, 1944, 45, and wow, look at this. 1928 George V, absolutely beautiful. Whoa, there's another 37, 44. We can see this is mainly, again, very old coinage. Let's see if we find any other George V in there. Everything else I'm just gonna recap in the end. There's a lot of 30 George VI again. Oh, wow, and there's another one. This is a 1932. Pretty nice condition, beautiful one. I love it. Let's see if we find one more in here. And I believe this was it, and it's just going to be those two. Yep, just two of them, but I mean, what do you mean just? It's still pretty amazing. More George V in the box. Alright, this concludes the hunt of this box, and I can confidently say this was the best box of Canadian pennies I ever hunted. Unbelievable how many things we found. We found 25 KG5 pennies alone, which is 10 times as many as I found in all my other hunts combined, roughly. So unbelievable. Definitely some kind of a collection dump or something like that. Let's start up here with the common KG6 pennies. We have a total of 45 pre-40, post-40 King George VI pennies. Already those are very often hard to find if you hunt pennies. Usually I probably average somewhere around 3 to 5 a box. So to find 45 of those is amazing, but in this hunt it is just a side note. The other King Georges we found are all from the 30s, which is also more than I did find combined in all my other hunts before. We found 7 1937s, we found a total of 14 1938s, and we found 10 1939s, which is all very, very large numbers of those coins that don't have the highest mintage. I believe the 37 has 10 million, and the other ones are both around 20. I don't know the exact numbers right now, but they are definitely lower mintage years, even though they are not super low. But to find that many in one hunt is very unique and once in a lifetime kind of a situation. And let's go down and look in detail at all those beautiful King George V pennies that we found here. So we found two 1936s, which is a more common date. Most of the stuff that we found is common date. We did not find any of the real key dates. We did find one semi-key date, but nothing like the 25 or the 23 that are just around 1 million minted. But nevertheless, all very low mintage coins. I think no King George V penny has been minted more than 20 million. Or actually, I think the 1920 is 22 million, but everything else is very, very low compared to modern Canadian coinage. We found two 1936s, we found three 1935, we found a couple of 1934. All of those are 7-8 million minted, so they're rare but not super rare. 1933 and 32 are very, very common years, especially the 32. That's why I'm not surprised we found 4 of those, because they have been around 20 million minted. Still a very, very good find. We found two 1931s, which are definitely a semi-key date. They're 3.8 million minted, low mintage on those. Beautiful coins. Everything here is in pretty decent condition. Look at those beauties here. And then let's just check this out together. Beautiful old King George on the back. And then over here we probably have the best coin of the bunch. Not the oldest, but the lowest mintage. 1930 is only 2.5 million minted, so that's a very, very, very good date. Didn't have one of those before. Very happy to find it. On top of that, we found three 1929s. Also, not the most rare date. Then we found a 28, and then we found two 1921s, and we found two 1920s. So those are actually 100-year-old pennies. Absolutely amazing. I'm really, really blessed to find a box of pennies like this. This is really, really rare. I hunted quite a few of them and I never came across something like this. Let me know what you guys think. I appreciate if you guys hit this thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and if you haven't subscribed yet, that would help me out a lot if you guys could do that. There will be more hunts like this in the future, and I really hope you enjoyed this video and have a good one.